let's talk about a fear that I think we've all felt. It's that moment when you're put on the spot, asked for your opinion, and nothing. Your mind just goes blank. Well, today, we're going to build a toolkit to make sure that never happens again. Oh, you know that feeling, right? All eyes suddenly turn to you, everyone's waiting, and your brain just shuts down. It's that universal moment of pure panic. But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be that way. And here's the crazy part. This isn't some rare, high-stakes situation. It's pretty much most of our lives. Think about it. Giving feedback to a colleague, answering a question in a meeting, even just making small talk at a party. It's almost all done on the fly. And if you get nervous doing it, guess what? You are so not alone. In fact, studies show that more than 85% of us get anxious in these kinds of situations. So the point isn't to get rid of the anxiety. That's normal. The real goal is to learn how to manage it. All right, so how do we actually do that? Well, there's a system for it. We're going to walk through a proven 6-step framework that was developed at Stanford. This is the real deal, a method taught to help people build confidence and speak with total clarity even under pressure. So here it is, the whole game plan. And it's really smart how it's broken down. Think of it in 2 big chunks. The first 3 steps, that's all about your inner game, your mindset. The last 3, that's the outer game, how you actually deliver your message. Let's dive in with mastering your mindset. Right, so first things first. Before a single word even comes out of your mouth, you have to win the battle that's happening right between your ears. This first half of the framework is all about getting over those psychological hurdles that always seem to get in our way. Okay, step 1, getting a handle on that anxiety. And the key here is to realize it's not just one thing. It's actually 2 completely different things. You've got the symptoms, the racing heart, the sweaty palms, and then you've got the sources, the deep down fears, like looking stupid or failing. You have to deal with both. All right, get ready for this next one, because it's going to sound totally wrong at first. Maximize mediocrity? What? But think about it. It's all about letting go of that crushing pressure to be perfect, because that pressure is usually the very thing that makes us freeze up. And if you're wondering why that works, Stanford lecturer Matt Abrahams has this perfect analogy. He says that judging yourself while you're trying to speak is like running way too many programs on your computer at once. It just eats up all your processing power. By giving yourself permission to just be good enough, you free up all that mental energy to, actually think. Now, this one is a total game changer. It's all about a mental flip. Instead of seeing a tough question as a threat, a trap, what if you saw it as a gift? An opportunity to share what you know, to help someone, to connect. That one little shift changes everything. And to help you make that flip, here are 4 little tools you can literally put in your back pocket. First is not yet. That's from a growth mindset. It reminds you that you're just learning. Then there's yes and from improv comedy, which is all about building on what others say. Third, from the world of sports, next play. Messed up? It's done. Move on. And finally, missed takes, which reframes mistakes as just another practice run. Okay, so our mindset is shifting, right? We're moving from a place of fear to a place of opportunity. Now, what do we actually say? This brings us to the second half, which is all about the practical tools you need to sound clear and convincing. The absolute number one thing here is structure. Seriously, think about it like this. If you're a tour guide, you can't just wander around hoping people follow you. You need a path. A structure is that path for your ideas. It's the roadmap that makes sure your audience stays with you step by step. So you're probably thinking, great, I need a structure, but I need one I can actually remember in the moment. Well, here it is. This is one of the best. It's called What, So What, Now What. First, you just say your main point. That's the what. Then you tell them why they should care. That's the so what, and it's absolutely crucial. Finally, you tell them what happens next. The now what. It's a simple, powerful roadmap that works in almost any situation. And that brings us to our final step, focus. And this quote, well, it says everything. So often we feel this need to explain every single thought that led to our conclusion just to prove we're smart. But your audience, they just want the time. They don't need you to build them the entire clock. So how do you just tell the time? You get laser focused on your audience. Run this quick 3-part mental checklist before you open your mouth. Ask yourself, 1, what is the single most important thing they need to know? 2, how do I want them to feel? And 3, what do I want them to do? Answering those questions helps you cut out all the fluff.
And there you have it, the full 6-step framework. But listen, just knowing the steps on a slide isn't going to change anything, right? This is a skill, and like any skill, you've got to actually practice it.
And that practice really boils down to this powerful 3-part cycle. It's a loop, really. It starts with repetition, just finding safe, low-stakes ways to do it more often. Then comes reflection. Afterward, just taking a second to think, what worked? What could I do better? And finally, getting feedback, asking someone you trust what they think. That is the engine for real, lasting improvement. So let's bring this all home. The real question isn't just about what you learned here today. It's about what you're going to do with it. Because the next time a conversation doesn't go perfectly, and trust me, that's going to happen, you have a choice. You can beat yourself up about it, or you can ask yourself, what will be my next play?